And after a couple of days of not turning on the stream, I'm turning it on today. Yep. As the days go on, that claim I made last month that I was going to stream more often continues to be an incredibly laughable one. But I had a good excuse this time. Well, it's not exactly a good excuse. I went to visit my folks a few days ago, and it was a nice sunny day, and I wasn't wearing a hat, and I'm kinda going bald, so yeah, I sunburned my head real good, and have been in a great uncomfortable pain for the past couple of days. But that seems to have mostly passed now, so I'm ready to get back to it. Just really gotta I should just wear a hat whenever I go outside, regardless of the weather. I think that's the lesson I need to take away from this. Yeah, and now I'm in like the molting phase, and it's just like, ugh. If it was a sunburn anywhere else, I'd rather it be anywhere else than the top of my head. And it's just the top, like my face, my shoulders, my neck, nothing. But the top of my head, yeah, that's just scorch my brain, why don't I? Alright. Halcyon Helen. A murder occurred. Last time we pretty much, I think, followed every thread, gathered as much evidence as we could. Confident that you've investigated everyone who have made a hand-to-hand in Helen's death. So that little bit claims. Felix?
Is this how people in Byzantium live all the time?
Well, I suppose we ought to figure it out, if there's nothing else for us to do. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything in the past couple of days, because now it is time to use my brain. Which, as we've just covered, has been a bit sun-scorched, so let's see if I've got everything I need to think about here. Yes. Can't help but feel like there's some empty spaces here that could be filled out, but whatever. Anyhow, before I go make the call, I want to go over all the facts. Everything that I can remember, just to see if I'm on the right track. I think I know what I want to say, if, in fact, the option to say what I'm thinking is available. But in case it isn't, I just want to cover everything first. Anything else on this computer? Can't recover data. Next time I play this game, I gotta, like, get my hacking skill up, so I don't miss all that information. Right then, so let's take it from the top. What was the lead up to this situation? What led up to this? What led up to the murder? What was happening here? Rizzo's was unveiling their Spectrum Brown vodka, which we know contains a parasite in the bottle, being its most notable feature. We also know, if I'm remembering the information we acquired from the Prophet of Profitabilities... Oh, hold on, what's this note? This notice is attached to an object, peripheral, personal belonging that exceeds or otherwise violates hotel regulations. Leaving the object on hotel premises will result in a 500-bit fee per day of unlawful storage. At your earliest convenience, please remove this object, peripheral, personal belonging, and pay any outstanding fees. Well, I didn't bring this here. Must have been Helen's. Anyway. Information we acquired from the... that bunker that the profitability cult people were hanging out in indicated that that's where testing on the parasite was initially done. And what we learned there was that the parasite seems to go dormant when submerged in liquid. I don't know if it was specifically alcohol. I think water was mentioned. Just submerging it in any liquid seems to put it into like a dormant state. It doesn't kill it. It just sort of starts hibernating. And then that's the reason why it's in the vodka to begin with. So that it keeps producing those chemicals that induces extreme happiness in people with whom make contact with it. Let that seep into the vodka so that anyone who drinks it will end up in a good mood. I wonder how that affects the effects, actually. I don't really look at this information all that often. Got some Spectrum Brown on hand. Got some orange. Oh, there it is. The newest flavor. What does regular Spectrum do? If I remember, I don't know for certain, but I think all the Spectrum types have the same effect, but this one doesn't. This one just reduces perception, dexterity, and charm, but increases personality attributes. Isn't charm a personality attribute? Oh no, that's the hangover effect. Oh, I see. Meanwhile, over here, improves strength and charm, health, mind attributes down, dexterity down, and brown vodka willies, mind attributes up. There's like conflicting effects on this thing. Or maybe that's the equivalent of a hangover. Temperament up as well, health down, body attributes down. Anyway, that's what we know about Spectrum Brown, which Helen, our victim, was set to perform the unveiling of, which is why she was here. She did not arrive just on that day to do it. She had been present on Eridanos for at least a week, several days at the very least. And that is where we start coming into information that suggests that this murder was beyond simple motivation. There's no simple motive to this murder that I can determine. Or at least there are several based on... I might be speaking very incoherently here. Let's go over the actions that she took before her murder. We don't have an exact timetable due to specific days not being particularly mentioned. So we'll just have to piece them together the best ourselves. I think the first one we should look at is the spaceport. At the spaceport, we have Cedric and Cannon. He and Helen seem to have some kind of dealings with each other. By Cedric's claims, those dealings were making him quite a bit of money. So he had a positive benefit for dealing with Helen, a benefit that is no longer present as she is dead. I imagine that'll probably hurt his bottom line. It would seem that in return for whatever their dealings, he would provide Helen with, well, whatever he could, whatever she requested. The last major requests that Helen made were while she was here on Eridanos. Bulk shipments of mag picks and bypass shunts? They were called bypass shunts, right? Bypass shunts, yes. As well as a listening device. We are not able to account for the mag picks or the bypass shunts. At least I don't remember requiring any here in her room. If there were any, I located those when we first arrived several weeks ago, and thus I would probably have used them. But bulk shipments of those, why would you ask for a lot of those unless you were planning to break into a lot of stuff? So that's one thing that comes to mind. And then there's the listening device, which we found. We found one end of it in Cedric's office, and the other end of it elsewhere in the spaceport. Helen was apparently spying on the man, and he was not aware of it. But that is not the extent of her actions in the spaceport. She was also, apparently, redirecting random shipments outside of the spaceport. In fact, I want to go check on something regarding that. Yeah. Get me to the lobby. Actually, just exit me. I gotta go look into something. But no, apparently she was responsible for hacking at least one automechanical and redirecting shipments out of the spaceport. Possibly to mask the theft of something more important.
Go. Great work, Captain.
Yeah, here. I'm busy thinking.
What's that?
Not even a smile.
Dip other stop.
So random shipments were being removed, mostly just garbage, like drinks, some crap weapons. There was a list at the warehouse. I want to check that to see if there's anything particularly notable that might help me in my decision-making here. So that was something we discovered, and Cedric became quite irate when he learned this, understandably. But we'll get into deeper talk about the suspects later. So that's what she was up to here at the spaceport. Clear indication that she wasn't just here for a product unveiling. Wait, what's this? Oh, it's just a broken mech there. So, where was she likely to have gone next? I think it would be wise to assume or deduce that she next went to the orchards. And she went there for two reasons. Firstly, to have a picnic with her boyfriend. Secondly, to tour the R&D labs, or at least that was the surface reason. I believe the footprints led to the picnic first. We found evidence that it was not entirely peaceful, but that may have been because she dumped her boyfriend, Bertie Holcomb. Broke a tossball stick during the event. Anyway, hold on. Let me find that list. Wasn't there a list in here? Was it here? No, these are just messages. Wait a minute, there was another computer down below, wasn't there? Anyway, they had a picnic, and she dumped him. According to Bertie, she said that she was doing so because she didn't want to draw him into her world. Did I never check the bathroom for anything? There's just garbage in here. So, considering we know she was up to some shady shit, and she didn't want him to be involved, she didn't want him to get hurt, so she was deliberately pushing him away to keep him out of harm's way. That's probably the most sensible thing we can think of there. Why'd I come back up here? This isn't... So, Bertie didn't take that well, broke a tossball stick and stormed off. And then, after he was gone, she went to the R&D labs. This is where I wanted to be. There's a computer in here, wasn't there? Was there not a computer somewhere in this facility that had a list? Am I misremembering something? I distinctly remember reading a list. It was somewhere around
You're
here.
being absurd. Brass can't earn doctorates.
Tell that to the good doctor.
Was that a sprat earning a doctorate? There's a terminal around here with information on it. I'm not misremembering, am I? Oh god, it's been several days. Am I misremembering important information?
Fragile. Look at me. I'm a special little package, all wrapped up with clouds and whispers. Package thinks it's hot shit.
That package is worth more than view. Anyway, Dang it, I could have swore there was something in here that had information on all of the missing shipments. And this is the only computer up here. Oh, wait, no, it was in the letters. I was viewing it as something else. Anyway. Alright, we'll get back to our current train of thought. List of missing shipments. So far or noticed. So this might not be a comprehensive list. 4 cases of the nanospank. Probably not important. 3 boxes of dark matter bars. 25 cases of blasting agents? Blasting agent. What exactly would a blasting agent be used for? Well, I guess that's just a general term for explosives. That could be important. What else? 2 cases of lemon slap, 10 Spacer's Choice sabers, probably not important. 3 Mark 7 cranial protectors. 7 sets of protective clothing with safety harnesses. Maybe important. At least the cranial protectors. The parasite doesn't need to lodge directly into the brain. It can burrow anywhere into the body. Maybe. Small portraits of Woolrich Sr., not important. 16 pallets of cacao milk, not important. 2 boxes of blue pens, purple berry punch. Most of this is innocuous stuff. The drinks, the sabers, the milk, the pens. The protective clothing and the cases of explosives could be something. Don't remember hearing anything about explosions, though. So those either weren't important to the case, or they just haven't been used yet. Alright, that's all I wanted to know there. So, anyway, back to the orchards. Bertie left. Helen went to the R&D lab, where Spectrum Brown was developed. Apparently, according to either written documents or maybe it was testimony from Dr. Blossom, I forget exactly which, but we were told in some form or another that it wasn't just a simple PR tour.
This port seems real busy. I wonder if they're trying to compete with the Groundbreaker.
You shush, I'm busy. Right. It seemed like Helen wasn't there for just company business. It seemed like she was very interested in the facility for a personal reason. Oh, right, that image reminded me. I wanted to check the crime scene real quick. There was something on the ground that I think I missed the first time around that I only noticed when I came back through later. So yeah, Helen was apparently intending to snoop around the R&D labs. Perhaps what those mag picks and bypass shunts were for? Maybe. Although, would she have been left to go through there unattended? Maybe she had a plan there. I don't know. So that's what we know about her activities in the orchard. The next most likely notable event that I think occurred...
Spokesman said that the unveiling...
Now you people hush. The next most likely event that occurred was regarding the Prophet of Profitability and her weird little cult out in the reserve, or preserve, or hunting ground, or whatever the heck they were calling it. Now, apparently the Prophet had reached out to Helen and had wanted to... Hang on a minute. Yes, this was something I'd missed. Apparently written the letter B. It's B for Brown? B for Bertie? Do any of our other of our suspects have a B in their name? Mascot Guy, we only knew him as Mascot Guy. His name could have been... I don't know, could have had several B's in it. Prophet Lady probably didn't have a B. Did she have a name? I wonder. It looks like the bottle's broken. Guess the parasite might have gotten out after she was murdered. Anyhow. The Prophet of Profitability had some intentions of... had attempted to reach out to Helen because she wanted her to participate in the profitability seminar or ritual or something. Probably hoping that the publicity would boost her business. Helen refused, and that led to a sharp decrease in business, so we can probably assume that her refusal was very public, especially considering, what was it, 30%? Yeah, the profitability of the Prophet of Profitability's operation went down like 30% or something, as well as attendance. So that really hurt what she had going on, and thus was not something she was happy about. Now you shush. Helen later sent a message to the compound requesting or asking if she could come in to do one of the rituals. Was it after hearing about how that business was damaged? And I was thinking about that after the last stream ended. And there seemed to be active Rizzo's employees working there either for the Prophet or for some other reason, which leads me to think that the profitability cult thing isn't like some fringe organization, but something tied to Rizzo's. Like it's a business of theirs. Like there's some clear agreement there, is what I'm thinking. And maybe her refusal hurting the business, Rizzo's was like, hang on a minute, you gonna make this right? Maybe it wasn't something she wanted to do, but something she was required to do. Whatever the case, she went out there to perform a little ritual. The Prophet, still being quite miffed about being snubbed before, had laced the herbs or like incense or whatever they were using. I think it was like an incense, something they could burn. Laced it with some chemicals that were somewhat toxic. I believe our analysis was that they were only dangerous in significant quantities, but harmful regardless. Helen was unaware of this, and during the ritual, she passed out. Apparently, she was there... Interestingly enough, yeah, nobody else really seemed to know that she had been there. Only the Prophet seemed to know about that. So her arrival was not public knowledge, and she was tucked away somewhere out of sight. Otherwise, I'd imagine people would have been more willing to talk about the fact that she had passed out. So, the Prophet came in during that little ritual and found that Helen had passed out. She didn't check the body too deeply, it seems, because according to her claim, she thought Helen was dead and had dragged the body outside and just left her in the dirt. Didn't try to bury her or really even hide her or nothing, just dragged her over a rise outside of the bunker. And based on what we found, as I said, she wasn't buried. There was no, indication that anyone else had been there. And... of course, we know that that's not where Helen died, so she got back up, either of her own volition or with some assistance, and returned to the hotel. That's how I'm thinking that went. Now, that leaves only one other notable event, and that involves Spencer Woolrich. Spencer Woolrich has his own gripes with Helen. He has quite the high opinion of himself as an actor and doesn't like existing in her shadow, as it seems. He feels quite threatened by her presence. And he was also trying to poison Helen, although I believe the evidence we acquired stated that he wasn't poisoning to kill. Because, according to him, when we uncovered his poisoning attempt, his claim was that he merely wanted to incapacitate Helen so that as the next highest ranking celebrity, again, this is according to him, he could perhaps be brought on to take over the Spectrum Brown unveiling. I would imagine he wouldn't want to kill her to do that. Again, this man has quite the ego. I fully well believe the evidence stating that he wanted to poison her. I also believe that he wouldn't want to kill her because wouldn't it have been far better for him if not only could he show her up, like, not only would that boost his, image or presence, but it would also diminish hers. It'd be like a double benefit for him. Killing her would cancel the event, or at the very least heavily postpone it, and he would acquire no benefit in either way. Anyhow, 2 poisoning attempts, and that's pretty much the last notable event regarding Helen herself. At least leading up to the murder, where she was found dead. And if I remember the information right, the cause of death was she was shot in the back. I believe by a plasma weapon? I wish I had like a notebook or something. Maybe that's on my evidence board. Take us back up.
Aha!
Get me up.
Next stop.
Where's my evidence board? List of victims. Princess of Periodicals, Duchess of Dramaturgy. Yeah, this pinup board is fucking horrible. It just tells me that, oh yeah, this is the person who died. It doesn't have any of the information that I've collected. Ah, that is fucking useless. Anything in additional evidence? No. Fuck, I have to go all the important information by memory. Alright, if I'm remembering right, she was shot in the back with a plasma weapon, and that was the cause of death. There was poison found in her system, but as we covered before, it doesn't seem like it was possible that either of the poisoning attempts were responsible for her death. Definitely not in the Prophet's case. Very likely not in Woolrich's case. And this brings us up to our invitation, or rather us being invited to play Inspector by the late Constable Keene, who is no longer with us. Right. That's the timetable leading up to the murder. Now, we cover my investigation when I entered the scene. First, after investigating the crime scene and determining the cause of death, we only had one option for exploration available to us. And that was the orchard, where purple berries were harvested, also home to a R&D lab, which we covered earlier. First, we followed the trail leading up to the picnic, which is how we knew that happened first. We knew that she was out there with Bertie, and Bertie left after her dumping him. After that, she went to the R&D lab, where we discovered that it had developed or discovered or whatever, Spectrum Brown, the vodka itself. During our investigations at the lab, well, we learned about Spectrum Brown. We also found Dr. Blossom and the remaining scientists. Everyone else, and also a number of test subjects and guards, had been parasited up and had gone crazy in the lower areas. I don't remember finding anything down there that was particularly noteworthy regarding the case. However, after we had cleared the lower levels, we got a call in from Dr. Blossom stating that she had watched our progress. And as she was congratulating us, or just informing us that we had completed our task, someone arrived on the scene. Someone that she recognized. And this was followed by the transmission being cut, and when we arrived at the scene, the scientists were dead. They were killed by a non-standard weapon, which we have a model of here. One that I'm hoping to find the real version of. The Needler. Discovered traces of chemicals in Helen's upturned luggage. Someone removed the Needler from her belongings. So somebody arrived at the labs and killed the remaining science team using this weapon. This is important. Furthermore, the other most important deal was that the scientist, Dr. Blossom, an important scientist, or at least, not as important as she believed herself to be, but still, an important figure in the local area nonetheless, recognized whoever it was that showed up on scene and was not expecting to be gunned down. Furthermore, two other things happened. Some data had been removed from a terminal in that room where the scientists were occupied. We weren't able to determine what had been removed, but considering what had been developed there, I think we can take a solid guess it had to do with Spectrum Brown. Furthermore, we noticed an entry point or possible exit point of the assailant leading out or in through a vent. So this person was capable of entering the vents. I think this is an important detail as well. Then when we attempted to exit, the assailant tried to get us killed as well. They didn't try to face us directly, smart of them to keep their identity hidden, but they had accessed the Wasp-Mosquito system and attempt to kill us. A pretty meaningless attempt, to be fair. But, and not really the most important of details, considering that, and this is a very important detail, security on Eridanos is a fucking joke. There was no security system or passwords or ID requirements whatsoever to activating that system, so anyone could have done it. Thus, that's why I'm saying that that's not particularly important. Although, they were able to quickly enter the facility and then leave it, get to that system, and escape before having to contend with the mosquitoes themselves. So, clearly this person was capable of moving pretty damn fast. That's all the important information we got on the orchard. Next, our investigation took us to the spaceport. We've covered everything we discovered there about the missing shipments. And the missing shipments, the bug planted in Cedric's office. Yeah, we covered all that important stuff. However, that was where a third murder took place. The death of Constable Keene. The constable was the one who was originally the requester of our being here. The whole reason that we're here is because she believed we were up to the task. Yeah, we don't have any other relevant information on file here, sadly. Again, this board is fucking useless. But she was killed by the Needler. So again, we can assume killed by the same person who killed the scientists. It doesn't seem like there was any evidence that there was anything missing from the constabulary, so clearly the murderer was just interested in removing her, somebody who wanted me there, somebody who could have possibly helped me with my investigation. We found no other evidence of the assailant's activities in the area, but we did speak to two suspects. We've covered all the other relevant details about the spaceport, so let's cover these suspects. Cedric Kincannon and Bertie Holcomb. Cedric Kincannon, the owner and otherwise leader of Slug, Sublight Slug, whatever you want to call them. Basically the people who are responsible for security, shipping, and other matters here on Eridanos. They do both of these jobs very poorly. Also, Cedric is very open about the fact that he is not a good person and not being above board. He doesn't really try to hide it at all. Other than the fact that he had the spaceport locked down when we arrived and refused to open it until he cleaned up. But if we take his words at face value, that was just to keep me out of his other business. Oh, and I almost forgot. When we entered the spaceport, we were ambushed. A pack of would-be killers, behaving slightly awkwardly and wearing sublight uniforms, stopped me and declared that they had been hired to kill me. I believe we were able to quickly sniff out that they were not properly sublight personnel, and they were quite flustered by this fact. and very sloppy when they attempted to kill me. Honestly, I don't know why anyone thought that would work. I mean, trying to kill me is one of the most dangerous things you can do in this entire colony, and that's not me bragging, that's fact. We found a note on the bodies indicating that they were hired by someone called the Marketeer, who we later located, like a minute later, and that they had been provided the uniforms. So, not only were they not sublight, somebody wanted them, the killer wanted them to look like sublight. I would surmise this is for two reasons. Or rather, one of two reasons. Firstly, they wanted to move suspicion onto Slug. And if they hire people to look like Slug to come after me, maybe that would distract me. I am not distracted. Hold on a minute. I was gonna say, for a really fancy hotel, the cutlery and tableware doesn't look that good. Yeah, they really cheaped out on the tableware here. I am not impressed. I wonder if any of these documents are important. Too bad I can't read them. Anyhow. Somebody had tried to redirect or otherwise hamper the investigation by attempting to confuse me with fake sublight people. I will believe Cedric, unless he's going on some kind of 3D chess moves. I can't imagine why he would hire people outside of the company and equip them just to try to put suspicion onto him. So I believe him when he says he didn't do it. Anyway, Cedric. Right. I was about to talk about Cedric. Our first suspect, I don't think it was him. For several reasons. Firstly, according to him, Helen was making him a lot of money. They had a very profitable agreement or series of agreements. So getting her killed wouldn't suit his purposes well at all, especially for a company that plans to... that's gunning for the board. A seat on the board, rather. Having her support, financially and through their dealings, would probably only benefit that endeavor, so he loses out majorly by her death. And even with the fact that she was apparently doing stuff behind his back and spying on him, which, you know, made him want to kill her when we discovered that, she was already dead by that point, so I'm not gonna pit him down for the murderer. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when it came to the investigation itself, he gave me free reign of the spaceport. And again, unless he was cleaning up evidence that would have helped my investigation, he didn't really hamper my activities at all once I finally got in. Pretty much gave me everything I needed to get around the place. So yeah, his prior agreements with Helen, combined with the fact that somebody seemed to be trying to throw extra suspicion onto Slug, he's low on the suspect list for me. I don't think I'm gonna finger him at all. That leads us to our second suspect, Bertie Holcomb. Former boyfriend, major tossball star. We located him in the spaceport, drinking and trying to keep his head down. He was, I would say, genuinely distraught by Helen's death. He didn't just take it well in like an angry way. He seemed genuinely saddened about just everything that's been going on the past week. Furthermore, let's look at the man himself. Putting him up as the killer, I don't think it's him for several reasons. Firstly, he's a tossball guy. He's not a gun guy. He's a big, dumb brute of a man. He likes to smash things. He's not very smart. He's taken way too many knocks to the head to come up with any sort of covert actions, I think. Like a man like that is not suited to whatever backroom corporate espionage Helen was getting up to. It doesn't sound like he was really involved in her activities at all. Ooh, all this talking is making me lightheaded. Although that might just be my head trying to flake off my body. Damn sunburn. Ah. Yeah. So, Bertie. We have a... Oh, right. Did we cover Cedric's alibi? I don't remember what Cedric's alibi was. I think we assumed that he might have just said he was at the spaceport the whole time. Shit. Is that information kept anywhere? Alright, it tells me what I told the administrator. Ludovico still suspects Cedric, but he doesn't like the man for several reasons. Lacks the authority to detain him. What'd that say there? Spencer was imprisoned. Did I tell him to do that? I don't remember. Yeah. Don't have any proper information in here. Anyway, Bertie. Genuinely distraught, I would say. Doesn't have the mind to pull off, like, a premeditated murder. If he did kill her, it would have been more of a crime, like in a heat of the moment kind of thing. Something that was unplanned. I just don't think he has the mind for all this sort of espionage stuff. Really, the only thing suspicious that he tried to do was asking that mascot guy to come in here to try to steal a message that he had sent to Helen while he was extremely drunk. In fact, do I still have that message? Would it be here? Helen's data pad. Right, we don't have any way of getting into this, do we? Contents of the data pad are incomprehensible, seems to be written in code. Several pages of unrelated words, sentence fragments, and seemingly random numbers conceal its true meaning. Do I have any way of decoding this? I feel like this would be very helpful to the investigation if I could get into this thing. Did I ever find the case that this keycard went to? I found this one in a cave filled with those parasites. Site 0451 safe keycard. A safe. Did I ever find that? Now, hang on a second. Those guys who ambushed me at the spaceport, killing me wasn't the only thing they were paid to do. After that, feel free to cause a ruckus. They wanted to cause a scene at the spaceport, perhaps? Why is this in my, like, important items inventory? Grease-stained spoon and forks? Why do I have a pile of those? Vending machine power cables? Why do I have this? Why is this in Quest? Did I use these for anything? I think I remember where I got those, too. Anyway, we have somewhere to go while we continue investigating. Where was I? Fuck, I can't remember where I was at now. Was I still talking about Bertie? Anyway, yeah, I don't think Bertie did it. He's not smart enough for this. I just don't think he's smart enough to pull this off. I don't think he's motivated enough to pull it off. He just seems like the least likely suspect to me. Not to mention Helen was trying to remove him from whatever activities were going on. Right then, so that's pretty much everything we know about the spaceport. 2 suspects down, and I don't think either of them did it. I suppose that brings us to the hotel suspects. When we returned to the hotel, that's when we found a man... Actually, no, we found the mascot guy before we talked to, Bertie, right? Yeah. He was going through our stuff, looking for that letter that Bertie sent. Which, if I remember right, was just a lovesick letter that was just written while he was super drunk. Nothing incriminating. Just something he was really embarrassed about because he couldn't remember what he wrote because he was drunk. Anyway, that guy was acting really weird. He refused to tell us anything. Honestly, with hindsight, I feel like I probably should have kneecapped him. I shouldn't have just let him leave my room. But I wasn't given the option to do anything else or interrogate him. The game was pretty weak about letting me actually do my job there. And said that if we wanted to know anything, we'd had to meet him at the pilot house. And here he is. Shh. He was in here, maskless. Seems like he was all parasited up, or at least one parasite. Got a smile on his face. I think I found those cables here. Did I? So we weren't able to get any information on him. All we really know was that this little pilot house, he was killed with the same weapon that killed the constable and the scientists. So he was at least I think the second one who was actually murdered. We also noted that this telescope had a pretty good view of the hotel. Actually, not really. It's kind of smoked up. So, was the mascot guy spying on him here? Did I never hack this computer? Excuse me, I never hacked this. Hang on a minute, there might be evidence here. What the heck? Clear skies, distant storm, Phaeton steered around it. Distant storm, clear skies, unofficial logs. Password locked this directory. Pretty sure no one in management can crack it even if they do start checking up on us. Have fun. Celebrity sightings. I saw Spencer Woolrich order 4 different meals and send them all back. What a refined palate. H. The other day, Halcyon Helen was enjoying a spectrum on the terrace. Stars really are just like the rest of us. Some of the rangers started tussling in one of the fountains. The gardener automech spent hours propping the flowers back up. What fun guys. Alright, this might have just been some of the pilot house workers just having a giggle. Station bingo. Initial if you see one of the following on your shift. First to 3 wins. Teacup canids and matching outfits. This should really count twice. Once for each canid. Someone falling off the edge of the island. Tristan greenhouse. It's all windows. Why would anyone do this? Terror ray slams into hotel window. Raptidon or primal on hotel island. Alright, so that telescope wasn't important at all. It was just the pilot house workers having a laugh. Why did I not hack that the last time I was here? Oh, you know what? It's because... Vicar Max is here to provide us with hacking ability. Vicar, you might be able to help me out with a few other things. Anyway, mascot guy. He was killed by the victims. I don't know what he could have told me. According to him, he was sent by Bertie. And when we talked to Bertie, Bertie confirmed it. So why would the killer... So why would this person who's been going around killing people kill the mascot? Unless Bertie did it. Maybe him being stupid is a front? Now I think about that, that is kind of weird. It's kind of super fucking weird. Anyhow, when we got back to... So I think that was before... Yeah, that was before I went to the spaceport. Then after the spaceport, we came back and we got access to the VIP area. And we talked to Spencer Woolridge. You guys should probably throw this, like, over the side. You really don't want this thing here. Yeah. We might be... I think I remember where some of the computers are. Let's go to the one of the orchard area. I don't think I took Max with us there. There were a bunch of things that I could hack that were, like, just, like, around 75%. And I'm at over 80 now with Vicar with us. Yeah, let's go see if maybe we can, gather... The fuck did you come from?
Thought I heard something.
Yeah, let's clean him up.
Fight on our hands.
Fucking weirdos. Anyhow, Spencer Woolrich was our next suspect that we investigated. We already covered his, you know, his attempted poisoning of Helen. Are there any other details I can think of? Well, again, I don't think he did it because killing Helen would have just interfered with his plans to, you know, overtake the Spectrum Brown unveiling rather than actually help them. Furthermore, it's just, I don't know. He seems like completely absorbed in his acting career more than anything else.
Bertie Holcomb is likely beside himself in grief.
Where was I? The only other notable thing with Spencer Woolrich is that he had modified Burbage. I wonder if the Vicar's hacking can help me maybe figure that out. We never figured out exactly what the upgrades were.
You're fast.
Whatever changes Woolrich made to Mr. Burbage, the robot, I don't know. It indicates that he has some kind of technical skill. But beyond that, we never really got an answer about that. Actually, no, I think he had modified Burbage to, like, maybe remove some of his restrictions? Something along those lines? Something that would let Burbage behave a bit more naturally or something. I forget exactly what it was. I don't think it was like a physical upgrade, like attaching a proper weapon to him or anything. Yeah, not to my memory. So yeah, that pretty much covers it for Woolrich. He doesn't seem like the sort of person who would leave his hotel very far. I don't see him having... Well, he isn't completely... Again, he doesn't completely lacking for practical skills. He can handle modifying a robot. So that's something. Yeah, I don't know. Burbage himself is listed as a suspect, and if I could only remember what upgrades happened to him... But honestly, given those mechanicals' capabilities, I don't think it was him. Burbage is too damn slow, has no proper arm articulation. He may be armed with an energy weapon. Again, we think that Helen was killed by, like, a blast with a plasma weapon. So it could have been him, in that regard. But I don't know. The mechanicals are just too damn conspicuous. Anyway... Here are the victims. How many were there exactly? 1, 2, 3? Doesn't really matter how many. 4? It was 4. Alright. Download confirmation. Parasite findings. Vicar Max. Tests involving the parasite Eridanos gigaseus, colloquially dubbed slugs, have produced astounding results. Even when compared against our most promising methods of producing a brain chemical dependency, the pheromone the Eridanos gigaseus secretes provides dopamine more efficiently than anything on record. Further tests will continue researching how much of the compound we can introduce to subjects and observe the effects. Despite our less than ideal presentation to administration, the product impressed for 2 main reasons. As mentioned before, the product will produce the boozy, feel-good stimulus like no other. But more importantly, the pheromone's makeup is completely unique, which means there are no regulations surrounding its classification. The idea of a completely addictive product with 0 law surrounding it would certainly justify any means. And we can't recover deleted files.
Why do I get the distinct impression someone's trying to stop us?
No! I wonder if there are any other computers we could dig information out down here. Anyway, that's interesting information. Pheromones of the slug are not regulated. Whoever holds the slugs has something very profitable on their hands. Ooh, I am not used to talking this much. Ooh. Can't believe talking is making me tired, goddamn. Anyhow. So that's interesting information. Yeah, Woolrich, we don't really know his full capabilities. He seems super focused on being an actor. He didn't want to... Killing Helen wouldn't have helped him very much. It seems like he was in the hotel the whole time, which would place him as one of the closest people to the murder. But again, I don't see that helping him. Also, he didn't possess the weapon. Someone like him moving around like the spaceport or the pilot house or anywhere like that would have been very noticeable. People would notice like a celebrity, even if he's not the biggest, he is still like a recognizable name. People would have noticed him moving around. He is too conspicuous to go around killing more people after killing someone so important. Yeah, I don't think it's him. Did I not loot these? Now I get a bit sloppy with my looting these days, but dang. So, that marks Spencer off. Who does that leave? The only other suspect on the board would be the Prophet of Profitability. We covered her interaction with Helen earlier. In fact, it was during that investigation. Oh, I wonder if there was any information hidden on that terminal there. Yeah, let's go check that out. Yeah, when we informed the Prophet... Ooh, we can hack recent appointments. Two recent appointments. Miss Ruth Bellamy, lab tour. Okay, so she went to the lab. Makes sense. Administrator Ludovico for product presentation. Ludovico. Well, it would make sense that Ludovico would want to view the product. He is a Rizzo man after all. Still. Anyhow. Yeah, the Prophet did not... I don't think she really wanted to kill Helen either. Spiteful that she was, I don't think she was that spiteful. Furthermore, her reaction to us unveiling that Helen was in fact not... Well, she knew that Helen had died, but she thought it was her doing. And when we indicated that it wasn't, she reacted very strangely. Not in like a suspicious way, but in like a... Like she was convinced that like I was gonna blackmail her, or that somebody else was gonna blackmail her regarding Helen for some reason. She thought that that my talk was all some attempt to like undermine her business. That woman is just completely absorbed in her business with the profitability stuff. So I don't think she would do anything that would endanger her business. Killing Helen would not help her business at all. In fact, if Helen had went there publicly, that probably might have recovered some of her business, if not increased it. So why keep Helen's visit a secret? Maybe if you were planning to kill her... Any of these people got anything I could talk to them about?
What? Sir.
Nothing new.
I don't believe the Prophet could murder anyone. And if Helen criticized our retreat, then perhaps she had it coming.
No other messages on the terminal here. So much for that. Maybe on one of the lower terminals? Worth a look. So yeah, given the Prophet's reaction, combined with her her intentions that I perceived, I don't think she was planning to kill her. She's guilty of trying to poison Helen, for sure, but it wasn't a murder attempt. Ooh, what's in here? Ooh, potentially more information. Vicar, I should have been bringing you around everywhere. Alright, hold up. Oh, right, we skipped access log 2 here because it was locked. The parasite seems completely incompatible with the common sprat. This is baffling and disappointing. I made a few theories. I have a few theories. 1. Sprat nucleotoids are highly adaptive. Eridanium gigaseus is a half-complete creature. Adaptive mutations in sprat physiology render it a poor host to the parasite. 2. Eridanium gigaseus has a particular and discerning sense of taste, and finding sprats accordingly distasteful. Option 2 is ridiculous to me, but not strictly speaking impossible. Could both be true. I'm delirious, we'll delete in the morning. Incompatible with sprats. Yeah, we wouldn't discount that second one, would we? These creatures don't just have... Remember when we first encountered somebody with one of those parasites in their neck? We suggested potentially removing it, and the subject reacted violently. And threatened to, I think, like, cut my hand off or something? That seems like more than simple pheromone influence to me. Anyway, let's check what's in here. Supervisor clearance required. Accessing this terminal without supervisor clearance will result in an informal reprimand. Blah, 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 blah. Open last entry. Have a drink? Ooh. Super not used to talking this much. Dr. Amir Zhao. This is to inform you that Rizzo's has been notified of your expiration due to one or more of the following causes. 1. Violent physical trauma. 2. Accidental encounter with local fauna. 3. Severe physiological reaction to company and company-adjacent products. 4. Destruction of company property. After careful review, Rizzo's Office of Human Resources has approved the dissolution of your indenturement contract. In accordance with Rizzo's company law, your closest living relatives will be rewarded the following. 1. Regulation size crate of Rizzo Spectrum Brown, to be delivered within 6 to 8 weeks of product launch. Yeah, of a new product. Interesting. Please note that as a gesture of gratitude for your service, your shipping and delivery fees have been waived. Your work on behalf of the Rizzo's Geological Survey team have proved invaluable in the development and upcoming launch of Rizzo Spectrum Brown. Thank you for being part of the Rizzo's family. This is an automated message. A crate of Spectrum Brown with all fees waived? That seems uncharacteristically That is corporately uncharacteristic. Supervisor clearance. Amir Zhao and Ludovico. Please note, in accordance with Rizzo's company policy, supervisor clearance is a privilege. Not a right. Again, Ludovico's name comes up. He's the only other person with clearance to even view any of this stuff. Access usage records. Data corruption detected. Usage records inaccessible. Now generating error report. Error report corrupted. Failsafe protocol activated. Now dumping memory contents. Access? Why would I say no? Ooh. We're finding some important stuff here, possibly. And that just looks like a jumble. But we have options. Let's try to identify a pattern. It's a passcode? Kavi 14620. Passcode to what? I was hoping for something other than a password. But what is it a password to? Is it something around here? That's just a cave down there. There weren't any computers. Alright, well, I acquired a password, but for what? Supervisor clearance. Does this password give me supervisor clearance? To anything? Well, there's nothing around this bunker that I think it could go to, so... shoot. Still, knowing that Ludovico was the only other person who had access to this area is information I want to keep in mind. Anyway, I got sidetracked again. I'm finding, like, new, semi-new information. Anyway, okay, so we covered all the suspects. We know where Helen's been. We knew how Helen got to this point. We knew she was up to some shit. Shoot, was there anything else I needed to cover? Is there anywhere... Speaking... And furthermore, is there any other computers I can get to that might have important information on them? Let's hop over to the spaceport again. I wouldn't be surprised if Cedric's computer maybe had some information on it. I bet he has a computer I could look at, yeah? Anyway, tallying all of this up, I don't think any of the suspects really have a strong enough motive. Not strong enough for outright murder. And some of the motives, I think, don't really fit. Oh, the constable's office. Let's check this place out. Was there anything I could hack here? Most recent delinquent log. Did I not check this? Report auto-generated. Cause of arrest, murder of Halcyon Helen. Did I say he should be detained? Is he here? Oh, yes.
Help! Help! I've been trapped in here with a filthy, tick-ridden peasant!
Hey, I'm not tick-ridden. I'm tick-burden at worst.
Spencer Geraldine Woolrich deserves his own cell! No, my own prison building, not to share it with you.
Spencer who? What now? Never heard of you.
Oh, what an awful day this has been.
Yeah, I can't remember if I'm responsible for you being in here. Now that lady who was in there got out. Well, alright then. Yeah, nothing in here that has hidden information in it. At least not that I can see. Alright, let's head across the way. Well, Spencer's locked up, but everyone else is still walking free. If I try to lockpick that, they'll get upset. I don't suppose there's a back way in there. Yeah, you know what? I could talk my way out of it. Let's see what's in there. Ah, mag picks. Wonder if those were Helen's mag picks. So hang on a moment. Let's go check something real quick.
What was that? What do you think you're doing?
Whatever I want.
All right. But I got my eye on you. Huh? Who's there?
Nah, so you can't do it multiple times in a row.
Body's been hurt. One down.
How far did my rep just go down? There isn't even anything important in here. That wasn't even worth it. Yeah, sorry about that. I might have killed somebody. Shoot, man doesn't even have a terminal in his office? That seems a bit lacking. Yeah, that murder wasn't exactly necessary, and there wasn't anything important in there. Alright. You know what? Now that Spencer's out of his office, I bet there might have been something hidden on his or Burbage's terminal. Maybe with the Vicar's help, we might be able to get some proper information out of the VIP level. And other than that, I can't think of anything else I need to check. I think I'm ready to make my call. And my call is that I don't think any of the suspects were responsible. But if none of the suspects were responsible, then who was? The rate at which these guys multiply is ridiculous. Poison, ah! Oh, you know what? Something about the mascot guy that I found suspicious, actually. Something about the mascot guy that I failed to mention before. How the hell did he get into my room? This is an important detail. This is a very important detail because... In fact, I wonder, can I ask her about that?
Me, oh my, how exciting to see you again. This truly has been a day to end all days. I could die happy.
Please don't, I don't want to investigate your death.
Anything you'd like to discuss?
You know anything about Bellhop Owens?
Owens? I hardly spot him. Generally, he's at Mr. Woolrich's beck and call, fetching this or that, helping with his room, and providing as his acting partner far more often than not. Ooh, that was strange. I've never felt quite as pleased as I just was to be tasked with working this elevator for 16 hours every day. Well, plus...
I can't question her about that. I really wish I could, because in order to get anywhere on this, I don't think there are any stairs going up from the lobby. The only way to reach the upper floors is to take the elevator.
Finally checked in, I see. I hope you're fond of the penthouse. It's pretty much the best seat in the whole hotel. You shouldn't want for any amenity you might find elsewhere. Should act as a better headquarters for the investigation than any space dust covered ship. That and you ain't got room service on a ship. You ever need anything, come find me. Even if you don't, you can still swing by. I'm always happy to chat.
I never chatted this guy up. I guess we can question him a bit. Mind if I ask you a few questions about the crime scene?
Please do.
You want to give me more details about how you came across the body? Oh, was he the first one on the scene?
Sure, I'd taken to checking the barroom every few hours prior to the unveiling. Just to make sure no sprats had snuck into the place. You understand.
Completely
Found her
ignored
right
this guy?
before I was set to head back to my room in the lower levels for my mandated 5-hour sleep period. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. Been too upset to get a wink of sleep since. And hey, now I can finally see smells.
Any idea why Helen would have been in the ballroom after hours?
Beats all hell out of me. Maybe she was, practicing for the unveiling?
Did you kill Helen? You can tell me if you did, it'll be our secret.
What? No! Just because I found the corpse doesn't mean I made her a corpse. I was on shift all day. Besides, I loved Helen serials. Well, the old ones anyway. The newer episodes are hot junk on a warm day.
Oof.
Sure. What's on your mind?
Did you see Helen on the day of her death?
Of course I did. I just told you I found the body. Oh, wait. You mean when she was still breathing?
Yes.
No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Not that I saw any hotel guests interacting with her.
I think we both know that you're itching to gossip.
Honestly, you're more than a little right. I've been burning at the britches to share my theories. Day of her death, I saw Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. A little on the suspicious side, I think. Seemed especially strange, seeing how, as far as I was aware, the two didn't get on.
We already know what happened there.
Or as I can recall, Helen dismissed the ladies' seminars in some kind of interview. Said her co-star used them, but she didn't. The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks and seem to think the Prophet was on her way out. Woman lost a ton of bits and is set to lose more. Yep. Gives seminars on increasing profit margins and the like. Can't say much else, seeing how I ain't in the gossip market. I hope all that helped. I'd like to be as useful as I can in the investigation. I just didn't want to steer anyone the wrong way.
Don't worry, I just wish I'd actually talked to you earlier. He greeted me at the landing pad when I first arrived, so that's probably why I didn't think to talk to him again.
Everyone's got theories. I don't reckon mine hold much more weight than anyone else's.
Well, thank you for your time.
Aha! If you see black hole...
Take me up. Maybe I can break into these rooms. Nah, they're still too heavily locked. Wait, what?
You hold my fate in your hands, Inspector. I hope you'll do the right thing. If not for me, then for the fans.
I'm sorry, aren't you supposed to be locked up? I just saw you in prison. I'm not having a stroke, am I? Hang on. Well, let me look at his computer. I want to check this. Nah, it's just got his complaints in it. Also, while we're up here, I want to... Burbage. Burbage doesn't have a terminal I can get into.
This unit has not yet completed its grief cycles, randomizing despair tables. Oh, Helen, is there no justice in the world?
Who upgraded you?
Burbage 3001's programming. This unit has...
Okay, I can't question more on that. Yeah, there's nothing else in this hotel, and at least in this level. Okay, so hold on a minute. You're here, and I can't question him anymore. One moment.
Aha!
Excuse me. Oh, wait a minute. Is this because I reloaded before coming in here? And this is before I checked the... See, there is.
Help! Help! I've been trapped in here with a filthy, tick-ridden peasant!
Hey, I'm not tick-ridden. I'm tick-burdened at worst.
Spencer Geraldine Woolrich deserved his own...
Okay, so he's in here. Is he... Hold, okay, no, we're going back up to the VIP area. One moment. Alright, we can't fast travel to the hotel from in here. And this will be the last thing we check before we go make the call. So I'm thinking, based on everything that I just covered, I don't think it was any of these suspects. I don't remember exactly why Woolrich got detained. I don't remember if I did that. But if I have an option to say it wasn't any of them, I'm gonna say it, because I don't think it was any of them. What? No, he's still here!
You hold my fate in your hands, Inspector. I hope you'll do the right thing. If not for me, then for the fans.
Who are you? Are you even... He's got like... Did they fool him with a body double or something? I forgot you could pickpocket people.
What do you think you're doing?
Whatever I want.
I really should have someone talk to people for me.
You can't even see me over here. Screw off.
Here they come.
No, no, I'm too handsome to die.
Here comes. Ah, screw off. Yeah, there's nothing important in here.
Don't mess with me!
Why are people so rude? Ah.
Architect saved us.
I guess that's what happens when you don't put much into your sneak, huh? Anyway, I pulled an interesting letter off of him at least. Maybe I should go around pickpocketing important people. In fact, I'm going to do that. Hang on a minute. There's still more evidence to gather. Also, why are there two Woolriches? I mean, I know I already asked that, but what the fuck? Obsidian, you... What are you doing? Unless he's got, like, a body double. I don't know. Hello? Don't mind me. Parvati? Shh. Whoever you are back there, I want you to stop fucking around.
Gotta keep going. I can feel my inner negativity seeping out of me.
Why did everyone go hostile? How did they know? Also, she just had money. Okay, now their marks just went red temporarily. We're good. We're good. We're all good. Well, who else can I pickpocket? Cedric. Pickpocket Cedric. And there's no one over there I can pickpocket. Cedric and Bertie. You know what? I bet that letter on Woolrich isn't even that important. I still think I'm still standing by my the deductions I've already made, but I am curious to see if I'll pick up any information here. Mr. Cedric? That was close. Well, hold up a second. That revolver is called the hand cannon. It's named. Gimme. Fun Times barrel. Mine has a Fun Times barrel and more stuff. Sometimes, like, what is the point of these named weapons? They're useless. They're fucking useless. Also, you know what? The bar is too full. Again, I don't think it was Bertie. I don't think... Hold on. If I think I can get to Bertie, I'll still do it. But after this, we're totally making the call. Oh, wait a minute. Bertie said he was going back to the hotel. Shoot, I'm thinking, if I don't have the option to say that it was none of the suspects I think it was, or rather that I was originally given, will I have to finger somebody else? Because if I have to finger somebody who isn't a prime suspect, then the only other person I can think of is Ludovico, but just basing that off of the fact that he had supervisor access to Rizzo facilities when he is an administrator of the Rizzo's corporation doesn't seem strong enough. I don't know. Well, let's find this guy. Where did Bertie go? I'm guessing the hotel's got to have a bar around here somewhere, right? Also, I never really went up to the balcony. Or over here, I think? This sticks out a little further than the other, like the middle part of the hotel. Alright, now it's just here. I think there's an eatery just up here. Or a place to acquire drinks. Oh, you know, or maybe he went back to his room. That makes more sense. Ow. Alright. Let's see. We know Woolrich has something on him. Let's see if Bertie has something on him and then get out of here. He's not here. This was his room, wasn't it? No. This wasn't his room. This one over here was his room. There he is.
Hotel rooms don't feel like home until you mess them up some. This one's real cozy.
Just a few more questions for you? Do you actually have anything else for me to ask you?
What do you want to know?
No, I don't. That'll be all. Alright, let's wait for him to become stationary. Again, I don't think he's gonna really have anything important on him, but it's worth a shot.
What do you think you're doing?
I was just leaving.
Yeah, whatever.
You just had to turn around right then, there, did you? I knew he wouldn't have anything on him, but it was worth a look. At least Woolrich never turns around from his fucking perch. He's pretty much always aimed at the friggin' mannequins. Alright, come over here. Get out of the doorway.
Quietly now.
Alright, let's read this letter. To Chief Anwar, or Chef Anwar, how many times must I speak to you about your inept meal preparation? Not too salty, it upsets my palate. Not too sweet, it upsets my palate. No nanners, I hate them, and no tripicale, I'm allergic. I come to you time and time again on 35 different occasions. In fact, yes, I have actually counted. And what do I get in my after-lunch pre-dinner? Fried nanners on a bed of braised tripicale. I'm through with peering over your shoulder, clearly instructing you on how my meals must be prepared if you're simply going to ignore me. Instead, I shall say this. Should I become ill for any reason or at all tangentially related to your cooking, I shall make positively certain that management not only strips you of your job, but your uniform as well, and deposits you nude in the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve to be torn apart by mantisaurs. You're rude today, you also oversalted my saltuna. Okay, yeah, this letter wasn't even important. I found nothing on anyone else, and that was just completely useless information. All right, we're making the call.
Aha! Next stop.
Time to see if I'm actually big-brained enough for this. And how will the game react if I'm not? Let's make sure everything's patched up first, yeah?
Inspector?
I don't necessarily know that I know, but I know who killed Halcyon Helen.
I've been waiting for this. Tell me, Inspector, who killed Halcyon Helen?
Do I have an option to say nobody? Interesting. Okay, I don't have an option to say none of them. Well, I can accuse him. Again, bringing it all together, I don't think it was Holcomb. He doesn't seem to be involved with whatever Helen was doing. The Prophet could have benefited from Helen being involved with her activities, but was, and was spiteful enough to prevent that from possibly getting resolved, but I don't think she did it. Cedric and Cannon was actually having positive dealings, so I don't think he did it. Woolrich is in custody, I think, but I don't think he did it. I can accuse Ludovico, but what information do I have that would suggest that? He had access to a lot of areas where suspicious things happened. Let's think of it like this. The murder of the scientists. Remember, we know that Dr. Blossom recognized the killer before she was killed. Of these 4 people I can accuse, would she have recognized them in the way that she did? Holcomb? Maybe if she's a Tossball fan, but she would probably be confused to recognize him there. Profit of profitability? Probably not. Cedric and Cannon? Again, probably not. I don't think that Slug is responsible for some things out in the orchards, but not for Rizzo facilities directly like that. And Spencer Woolrich, who, again, should probably react to confusion. She would recognize Ludovico. What else? There's the mascot. I don't see how he could have possibly gotten into my room without some kind of clearance upgrade. Bertie Holcomb wouldn't have been able to swing that. He's not capable of that, is he? He's a tossball star, sure, but not. Not to mention somebody had already gotten in here before and taken Helen's weapon. I would imagine the administrator could go wherever he pleases. Not only that, but maybe he allowed the mascot to get in? Possibly again to throw me off. He probably would have been able to acquire uniforms, slug uniforms, to give to those would-be killers. He did say to cause a ruckus in the spaceport afterwards, and he doesn't like Slug at all, or Cedric. So I could see that being, something he might allow. You did.
I beg your pardon. You think I killed Halcyon Helen?
I've interviewed everyone else. You're the most likely culprit.
I knew hiring you was a mistake. I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. I expect you to deliver results, Inspector. And if you can't withstand the pressure, then I expect you to resign. We're done. Your services are no longer necessary.
You sound pretty defensive, Ludovico. Got something to hide?
I'm defensive, Inspector, because I'm under attack. I am assaulted by your perfidious and baseless accusations. You're convinced I murdered Halcyon Helen. Fine. Show me some evidence.
I don't have specific evidence. I can say I forgot something, but what could I have possibly forgotten? Damn it. Could I truly have been wrong here? Damn it, no. I spent over an hour and a half, like, going over everything, and I came to this conclusion. Am I not big-brained at all? I should have lied before. This entire investigation is a farce. I'm done playing along.
If you have no proof, then you have no case. And I have no further use for you. Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you over here right now.
Inspector, huh? I thought you said my services were no longer required.
Forget what I said. I'm renewing your contract as of this moment. Damn it. Someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
So, guys, should we help him out, or...?
Whoever the real killer is, I got a feeling they're going after Mr. Ludovico. We need to catch up to him. Fast.
I guess, if we have to. Getting kind of tired of kicking my heels up in the penthouse all day.
Alright. I got nothing going on.
We should definitely go. As for helping him, maybe we take the wait-and-see approach?
From the depths of Terra 2 to the heights of Eridanos, there's no mess that your SAM unit can't unstick, unclog, or unsully.
Think of this as an opportunity to teach Mr. Ludovico the importance of compassion.
Oh, shit. I wonder if this would have happened regardless of who I accused. Shit, who am I taking with me? Nyoka and, You know what, we've barely taken Parvati anywhere. Parvati, you're coming with me. The distillery. Where was the distillery again? At the pilot house? Oh, wait a minute, that place over there. I think that place has always been locked up, though, so I haven't been able to go over there. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! I thought I had something. I swear if it was one of those four that I could have accused, I'm going to be very annoyed that I went through over nearly 2 hours of speculation and evidence looking over. Or maybe he's luring me over here to get rid of me because I know too much.
Gosh, it's actually kind of cheerful. Almost makes you forget they're probably hiding a terrible secret in there.
Security breach. The icon's back that way. This place is swarming with worms. What was going on with that worm? We got a rowdy worm. can't remember if I ever had access to this place, because if I did, I never made use of it. Uh-oh. Blood. Alright, is this gonna be the big reveal? Holy shit, she's still alive.
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, how are you still alive?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders?
What's a flinder? No, that's a fair question. You want to explain how you're still alive?
Brace yourself, Inspector. You're about to learn the biggest secret in the Aetherwave industry.
Oh, do tell.
Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda.
Gasp!
That must have been her sister in the ballroom. I can't imagine what she's going through right now.
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price.
Funny how the name Belinda I've only heard for the first 2 times in my life in the past 2 months. Damn, was there any indication that she had a sister? Goddamn. Oh, I'm got a faint shock here, considering I accused him. Administrator Ludovico, a murderer and a coward? Why, I never.
Call me a murderer all you like, Inspector, but I'm no coward. I bloodied my hands to save this colony. I'd do it again. If it means defending Halcyon's future, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host, a bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again.
God damn it, I was right. Ludovico was the murderer. Hot damn, I am big-brained. And I never doubted myself for a second. They're not symbiotes. I've seen the way the infected behave.
A host only turns violent if they're carrying too many symbiotes, or if they see you as a threat. In its natural state, the relationship between symbiote and host is perfectly harmless. Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone destroy this colony's only chance at real happiness. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
No one I crossed off was innocent.
What about... I can intelligence Blossom and perception the ranger, but what about the constable? The constable wanted me here. You killed the ranger's mascot.
The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
Damn, it makes perfect sense.
I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us with those cold, dead eyes.
How could you even see his eyes? That mask doesn't have eye holes. I found him rummaging through your things. Yeah, they weren't my things. They were, yeah, his things.
That doesn't surprise me at all. He was on Ludovico's side, just like the others. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that flackwit of a mascot, they were standing between me and Ludovico, so I did what I had to do. I went through them.
Why'd you murder Constable Keene?
She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico.
Ah, dang it.
Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to. But in the end, I was the faster shot.
What about Dr. Blossom? I could take a guess, but why don't you tell me?
Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile.
Yeah.
A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement.
Yeah.
Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy.
Yeah, fair enough. I've heard enough.
You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda. Help me put a stop to this.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at real happiness. Think of the future, Inspector. A lifetime of bliss and joy for every colonist in Halcyon. We can make that happen.
Is this even really a fucking choice? Yeah, Helen, I'm with you. Ludovico's out of his fucking mind.
The lesser of two evils, I suppose. Let's get...
We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
Not so fast. I've sealed the bulkhead doors. You're staying right where you are. I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. If it's any consolation, Helen has brought some remarkably powerful explosives. Your death should be instantaneous.
The blasting
Goodbye,
agents.
Inspector. Helen, we won't meet again.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I know another way out. Follow me and stay close.
Let's move.
Head through that door. There's another way out.
Yeah, the good music. I love this track. Ow. Ow.
There. I've opened that door for you.
Oh, thank you. Go, go, go.
Nice work, Inspector. We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. He's probably gone into hiding, so we're going to root him out.
What's the plan?
This entire complex has been exposed to those parasites. Law only knows how many they've infected. Most of them won't even know they're carrying a parasite inside of them. If they're showing symptoms, it's probably already too late. Boundless energy, insufferable joy, an almost saccharine attitude of optimism. Then just like that, parasites bursting out of their bodies, fat and wriggling with vital energy.
Must be some kind of pesticide. Benign to humans, lethal to parasites.
You're a step ahead of me, Inspector.
That's why I'm the inspector.
Airborne pesticide of some kind. I think you may be onto something. Let's meet back at your penthouse. We'll ready our next move.
Questions?
Not here. In private, back at the penthouse. Also, I rather like the ambiance there.
Fair.
See you soon, Inspector.
I probably didn't need to spend an hour and a half going over the evidence. Also, if I'm working with Helen, does that mean I don't get the gun? It even sounds cool. I want the needler. God damn, though, I was fucking right. I guess when you're provided several very simple options between a couple of people, I probably could have just done it I could have logicked it out in a way shorter amount of time. I didn't need to exhaustively go over the information, but fuck it, I had fun. I had fun doing it. I regret nothing. I can't really fault her for killing Dr. Blossom. Also, why wouldn't Ludovico, like, order the security guys to start attacking me? I still got free reign to rock through here. Oh shit, there are a lot of them.
We did it!
And there's still more to do. Where are we gonna find Ludovico? We've gone through every complex on this entire facility. Is it just me, or is the hotel strangely devoid of guests? I know there's one up there.
Aha! Next stop, the finest.
Yep, take me up, take me up. Well, damn. Alan?
It's strange. When you walk through that door, I half expected to see Belinda. Belinda and I practically shared a life. Losing her feels like losing a limb. She's conspicuous by her absence.
Must be very difficult for you.
I appreciate the sympathy, Inspector. Thank you. I'll appreciate your help even more. We shut down Ludovico's distillation plant, but he's not gonna sit idly by. If he can't use Spectrum Brown to infect the colony, he'll resort to some kind of backup plan. I stole this formula from Dr. Blossom, a failed prototype of Spectrum Brown. Look at this. The prototype had the opposite effect, and actually made you immune to the parasites.
How very convenient. Also, slightly depressed instead of incredibly happy.
This is Halcyon. Everyone's already miserable. A little more despair isn't gonna make a difference. We're going to need 2 ingredients. A sample of essence of Sprat, and 1 intact pod of parasite eggs. Cedric's warehouse in the Perea spaceport almost certainly carries a batch of Sprat essence. As for the pod, I'd check the Wilderness Reserve if I were you.
Sprat nucleons. Yeah, we read about the Sprat nucleons. And they're commonly used in medical experiments.
I'm glad one of us is an expert. Most of what I know is based on Dr. Blossom's notes. Here's what I understand. Sprats have an adaptive immune system. They don't suffer from the diseases and parasites they carry. It's one reason why you'll see them in every corner of the colony. Dr. Blossom experimented with Sprats and accidentally discovered a way to become immune to the parasites. That's probably when she decided to switch to human testing.
Should be able to synthesize an effective anti-parasitic.
You're a scientist and an inspector? You really are full of surprises.
A little bit.
I borrowed a centrifuge from the research lab. Used the ingredients to synthesize an anti-parasitic.
Easy enough.
I'm glad I could count on your expertise. Once you're finished, head to the pilot house. We'll hijack the control system and disperse the cure into the atmosphere. That should kill off most of the parasites.
Let me borrow your needler?
Are you worried I'm gonna shoot you in the back?
I'll put the gun to good work. I'm a better shot than you.
That sounds like a challenge. All right. Show me what you can do. Here. You take good care of my needler.
Yes!
And it'll take good care of you.
Yes! Thank you.
There is one other thing. While you're at Piraeus Spaceport, have a word with Cedric Kincannon. I know Cedric. There's nothing he wants more than a chance to eliminate Ludovico. We could use him on our side. Best of luck, Inspector. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, think about that. He kinda hates you? Wanted to ask you about Belinda.
I'm not accustomed to talking about Belinda, but I'm also not accustomed to the kind of sympathy you showed me earlier. So I'll make an exception for you. Belinda and I shared the role of Helen, but she was also the only person who knew the real me. To the rest of the colony, I'm Halcyon Helen, but to my sister, I was just Ruth. I could be myself around Belinda, and she could be herself around me. She was my only sister, but she was also my only friend.
People know you're Ruth Bellamy. Was it hard for Belinda to keep herself secret?
No. Belinda enjoyed the secrecy. She could slip into the role of Halcyon Helen, attend social events on my behalf, perform a few stunts, deliver a few lines. And then, when she grew tired of all the people and all the attention, all she had to do was slip out of the role and be my sister again. She was the secret twin. She had a comfortable life in the shadows, an easier life. I made sure of that.
She was important to you. If I were you, I'd want revenge too.
What I want is my sister back, but I'll settle for killing Ludovico.
Nobody else knew?
Parents, naturally. An agent, a couple of directors. None of them had any reason to reveal the truth. To them, Helen was a brand. Revealing our secret meant damaging that brand. Damaging that brand meant losing money. Nobody in this colony wants to lose money. Belinda and I saw Helen as an act of theatric sleight of hand. We enjoyed the deception, the challenge. We wanted to see how far we could go.
I'd say you went pretty far. You two became Halcyon's best paid stars.
And if I hadn't underestimated Ludovico, you and I probably wouldn't be talking about Belinda in the past tense. We wouldn't be talking about her at all. It should have been me in that ballroom. Belinda died because I was careless. Never mind that. If you've got something else to ask me, now's the time.
That's all I wanted to know.
I'm glad I could satisfy your curiosity.
I mean, technically, she didn't kill innocent people. Keen's death was a little unfortunate, considering, again, I was requested to come on. Perhaps she really did want justice, but, you know, company loyalty eventually got in the way. Mascot's a bit more muddy. Dr. Blossom, yeah, I'm not gonna be too beat up about that one. Murdering anybody you want in the name of revenge?
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic, and that worries me a little. Leora Blossom and Maria Keene were on Ludovico's side. They chose to stand between me and my sister's killer. I had to cross them off.
What exactly happened between you and Constable Keene?
Would you believe me if I said I gave the constable a chance? I spoke to her in her office. I told her everything. Belinda, Ludovico, the parasites, all of it. Maria said I was guilty of corporate sabotage and that she had a duty to report me. She told me how sorry she was, and I told her the same thing. And then I shot her. Maria was defending my sister's killer. If someone murdered one of your crew in cold blood, what would you do?
Destruction. I don't have any crew, it's just me. Felix is standing just like inches away off to the right of the screen. Oh yeah, I would have made them pay.
So you do understand. Was
Yeah.
there anything else?
Bertie was carrying this data pad. I think it's yours.
Yes, this is mine. I'd kept notes on everything I suspected, everything I'd discovered. It's all here, all in code. Belinda and we had a secret way of communicating. Words and phrases that had a special meaning to us. Numbers and dates that were only important to the two of us.
Sounds complex.
Only 2 people in the universe knew that language.
Here you go.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
Not useful to me. What exactly happened on the night of the murder?
You don't know how many times I relived this moment in my mind. I discovered what Ludovico was up to when I toured the orchards. I threatened to expose his plan. Ludovico decided to eliminate me. He programmed Burbage 3001 to fire on his command and disabled the security cameras in the ballroom. Only, he didn't know about Belinda. I'm sure he thought it was my skull he caved in with a bottle of Spectrum Brown. Burbage covered his blow with the plasma shot, and then Ludovico wiped his memory.
Huh. That was something I didn't mention before. The only 2 people I knew who owned plasma weapons were Cedric and Burbage, because the robots always have those energy style of weapons. I crossed Burbage off because it's such a clunky, conspicuous thing. Also, Burbage said the upgrades that were performed on it were done by Woolrich, so... yeah. Damn, I was wrong about that aspect, at least. Then he hired me and to pin the murder on someone else.
I don't think he expected you to be so competent. In the end, hiring you may have been his undoing. I went after Leora Blossom, and you were just 1 step behind me. I programmed an automech to steal some explosives from Cedric, but you weren't far behind. You were always hot on my heels, 1 step behind and catching up. I realized I'd have to throw in with you or eliminate you.
Okay, dang. I thought the stuff happening at the spaceport had been happening for a while, but no, that actually makes more sense that it would have been happening a lot more recently. Yeah, you would have lost that fight.
I like your confidence. Take that with you when you hunt down Ludovico.
I want to hear the whole story. Tell me what happened.
It's a long story, Inspector.
I've got time. That's actually an option.
It was supposed to be just another marketing job. Rizzo's wanted Halcyon Helen to be the face of Spectrum Brown. Some hideous concoction served with a dead parasite. All we had to do was spend a few weeks on Eridanos. Shake some hands, sign a few autographs, drink a bottle of Spectrum Brown in front of a camera, and try to smile. Belinda didn't want to go. But I wanted a change of scenery. In any case, we couldn't possibly say no.
Why didn't Belinda want to go?
Belinda always hated endorsement deals. They felt cheap to her, inauthentic.
I agree.
She always believed her first priority was to our fans, and not the company that bought us out.
What made her change her mind?
Nothing. She took the job when I did. Belinda was an idealist, and her ideals died with her. Belinda and I arrived on Eridanos and played our usual game of trading places. We were practically flawless. Even Ludovico didn't know about us. Belinda was unhappy for the first few days, but then she met Bertie Holcomb. Bertie treated her like a human being and not just an Aetherwave icon. They were just about perfect.
shit, even that relationship was recent. People had been talking about it, like, I thought it sounded like they were talking about it like they'd been like a couple for a while. Huh. I met the guy. He really did care about her.
Bertie had a temper, and that worried me. But in the end, he was a decent enough fellow. Bertie wasn't the person I should have kept an eye on. It was Ludovico. I had a feeling Ludovico was hiding something. Belinda stayed busy socializing with the celebrities around the complex. That gave me some time to do a little digging.
So I got, like, the major details right, but there were a number of little things that I was wrong about, or incorrectly placed. So you made your way to the orchards and left me my first clue.
The Purpleberry Orchards was the heart of Ludovico's operations. I knew I'd find some answers in the R&D lab. I saw everything. The test subjects, the parasites. Spectrum Brown was never safe to drink. Those harmless, dead parasites at the bottom of every bottle. They were just dormant.
Okay, yeah, I didn't misremember that.
This colony loves novelty. They'll eat up any new product we toss their way. A new cereal, a new Spectrum flavor. Ludovico knows that. From Emerald Vale to Byzantium. A parasite in every brain and a grin on every face. Every last one of us trapped behind a mask of joy. That's what Ludovico wants.
I didn't realize that the parasites actually got that far inside the body. Like, I thought they just sort of latched in, like, just below the surface and released their toxins, but, Ludovico realized what you were up to, and I won't let that happen.
I can't do this without your help. I tried doing this on my own once, and look what happened. I was careless. I was risking Belinda's life every step of the way, and I never even realized.
Did Belinda know what was about all of this?
I wish it were that easy. Still, thank you. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
Nah, that pretty much covers it. Oh no, the Needler's a science weapon! Fuck! It's a science weapon! I didn't take any of the science abilities. Shit! Ooh. Hold in your hand the actual needler used by Halcyon Helen. It changes ammunition types every time you reload. That's cool. Well, I guess we'll tinker it up and try to make it as good as we can. Still got my regular revolver if this doesn't work out. Man, it's a science weapon. Fuck. No, it's at max level. 128 DPS. It fires kind of slowly. Shoot. I don't suppose there's any way to respec my points, please. Damn it, man. That is incredibly upsetting. Alright, so acquire Sprat Essence, require Parasite Egg Pod. Oh, that's what the Cave Network is all about. Yeah, I thought those were Parasite Eggs. Recruit Cedric. That's gonna take some convincing, but I'm up to the task.
Aha!
On my way out. Felix and Ellie. Alright, let's see if we could at least clear this before the end of the day. Actually, kind of want to find some hosts to shoot at. Damn it, this thing looks really good. It's the only good-looking weapon in this whole fucking game. Okay, so the effects of these shots are stacking. Oh, and it doesn't run out of ammo. Reloading just changes the ammo type. That reduces armor. This reduces movement. This reduces life. Well, God, this is, you know what? Maybe if the effects stack, it might not be that weak. It might just only look like that. The initial surface numbers. God damn it, this thing looks really cool. Pity I only have it towards the end of the game here. Yeah, Cedric kind of wanted to kill Helen after learning about her activities in the port, but again, we are more than...
Looks like we're doing this.
Whoa, what? Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna let no one
Get off! Not gonna let no one bring me down! So you have real fun! I'm going up, happiness! Not gonna let no one bring me down!
Fires at a decent pace. I never have to reload.
Wanted to make you smile!
Shit, everyone in the spaceport's going crazy.
Not gonna let no one bring me down.
I just want to be
I was just getting started. Here they come!
Get on!
I want to make you smile!
Where's Woolrich? He wasn't in the cell. Oh, wonder what happened to the guy.
Wait for this! So you have to... Me? I just want to be your friend! Yeah! Yeah, that's the fun! Maybe! Real funny! I want to be your friend!
And my shots scare them, and I can shoot a lot. So I weaken them, I scare them, and then my companions can rush in to finish them off since I'm not, like, super damage dealer. Neat.
Law, how'd you get in here alive? You are alive, yeah? And not one of them? No, you look clean. Good. You'd better get inside with the others.
Very good. Watch where you're aiming that thing. You're, like, bashing yourself on the crotch. Yo, Cedric.
Inspector, you made it. Well done. I'm afraid you may find the spaceport is, at the moment, less hospitable than usual. My apologies.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Regardless, you must have some purpose here. Do tell.
What happened here?
Whew. Whatever it was, it happened quickly. like a wave sweeping across the shore. We were overrun. Survivors are still trickling in. We've put out a call to slug agents not at the docks to keep their distance. With the warehouse's stores, Slug could hold out here for weeks, easily. Possibly months.
Well, Ludovico's behind it. Will you help me take him down?
Oh, my. You mean Lou was up to no good this whole time?
Shocking, I know. So, yeah, it gets worse. He wants to infect all the colony with slugs.
It's an ambitious plan, I'll give him that. But tell me, why should I help you, Inspector?
Architect's balls because I'm the sprat fucking inspector, damn it.
Could I encourage you to pause and take a deep breath? I can see this has all been very stressful for you.
I refuse.
You can expect slug support. I'll arrange for my agents to meet you at the distillation station.
Ah, very good. Tell them to bring their best weapons and any personal issues they'd like to work out through violence.
I'll do that. I think one of our checkpoint guards is going through a divorce.
Perfect.
As thrilled as I am to assist you in taking down Lou, we have barricaded ourselves in here for a reason. I imagine you have a plan for getting out of the spaceport safely?
Yep, same way I got in. I'm going to disperse an anti-parasitic. It's almost ready.
Are you really? Inspector, you are a marvel. Excellent work. I'll admit, I'm awfully fond of my agents. To see them restored will be a great weight off my soul. Thank you.
Yeah, speaking of that antidepressant, Helen's working on it, and we need Essence of Sprat.
With Helen? You don't say.
Boy, damn it. Did you know she was alive?
You flatter me, but no, of course not. Knowing implies certainty. I merely suspected. This anti-parasitic, it would restore my people to their original, non-infected selves? Safely?
That's the plan. Also, yeah, I kind of forgot about that, and I shot a whole bunch of them, so... Yes, well, probably.
You do inspire confidence, Inspector.
I know.
Well, I'll take my people's probable cure over their guaranteed death.
Yeah, sorry about all the ones I already killed.
Coincidentally enough, Slug can supply you with Essence of Sprat. Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman, you remember her? There's a package on the desk in her office. You'll find the Essence of Sprat you need in there.
Who ordered Essence of Sprat, anyway?
Oh, I wouldn't like to say. Customer-supplier confidentiality and all that. Now then, is there anything else I can do for you while you're here?
No, that's about it. I thought he would be more upset that Helen was alive.
Hey, Inspector! You're alive! That's terrific!
I think it is. How are you holding up?
Can't complain. Still slug-free. That is, I'm still slug, obviously, but I haven't been slugged. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you. Need Essence of Sprat. You got it?
You need... what? Why?
Making an anti-parasitic.
No kidding. I should have known you'd be on top of things. That must be what's on my desk. We just got it in. Couldn't find it on any of our shipping orders, and none of us could figure out what in law's name it was. You're welcome to it. Just so you know, it's got a bit of a weird smell.
Stay safe.
You too, Inspector.
Alright, where did I need to go for the other thing? Oh, right, the eggs. Right. Right, let's get out of here without depopulating the slug place any more than we already have. Not that I really care much for Slug, but it's a hell of a way to go. Oof, this is a long one. Wait. Oh shit, I didn't pick it up off the desk. Fuck. I talked to her and it's just like, oh, she probably gave it to me. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I like the sound it makes. It's got some good sounds. Damn it, at first I just wanted it because it looks cool, but it functions cool. It sounds cool. Digging it. Where'd Cedric go?
Want to guess which gland essence of Sprat comes from? Yeah, me neither.
It comes from the butt gland. Sightings. Oh, we haven't seen that page yet. Sightings.
They got the jump on us. Smile, damn you!
Oh no.
Don't mess with the best.
Sorry. I could have saved you. How worn down is this pistol? I've been firing it a lot. Oh, it's a fair bit. Oh man, too bad I don't have the maximum pistol skill. The one where your shots ricochet to other targets. I wonder if that also applies the effect of this thing's bullets. Should I really run all the way there?
Rizzo's lemon.
Yeah, fuck it.
Slap your whole family tonight.
Video game ads are the only good kind of ads. As in ads in video games. Because they're fun. Wait, what was this? Oh no, a dead hotel guest. How long has he been there?
Now that was fun!
I keep hitting reload because I'm so used to having to reload my weapons. I'm not used to having a gun that just changes ammo when you press the reload. At least not many people around the hotel are turning. Although it's practically under siege with the number of infected individuals popping through the area. Yeah, I am. At no point did I... You know what? I think it might have put it across, like, the edge of my mind that maybe Helen's death wasn't...
our hands dirty.
Damn it, stop hitting reload. Stay on the poison. It might have crossed my mind, like, really quickly that maybe Helen was still alive. That maybe she had faked her death somehow. And that's not really what happened. It, like, crossed my mind. I never really thought that maybe she was... I never seriously considered it. It was one of those fringe ideas that popped up into my head, but there was really nothing that could have suggested that that was the case. And, like, you couldn't have said that, like, the fact that, you know, her weapon was used to kill several other people because, like, people could have broken into the hotel room. Interesting that that an actor's pistol is actually a real weapon. So sprats can't be infected, but what about woolly cows? They missed an opportunity to have infected woolly cows.
I'll be out of here as soon as I can, Gunther.
It's Hunter. Hunter. Sakes alive, people these days have no respect for corporate name change.
Yeah, puffballs. But running. So those two poisoning attempts, did they happen to Ruth or did they happen to Belinda? I guess considering Belinda was the one who died, she must have been the one who was poisoned both times. Dang. Actually, why am I going in this way? There's a quicker way in there. People are still alive? Eh, you are. Good for you. Egg pod? Up there? Oh, wait a minute, because the cave is actually... Wait, what? I thought this... Wait a minute, I thought this elevator went to the caves. Okay, no, this is the caves. Wait a minute, the caves are above the bunker? What? Well, shit, that was fucking easy. She said the... Wait a minute. Centrifuge isn't here, is it? No, it's outside. Alright, we're not going to run all the way back this time. We'll fast travel. There was no reason for me to run all the way here. I thought maybe there might be some more fight, but nah. It's just the people in Slug who are, like, infected and freaking out. Nobody here is doing it. Man, that makes the administrator or whoever was responsible, like, offering to send a crate of Spectrum Brown to the researcher who was here as a family after his death, kind of pretty fucked up. At least slightly, partially explains why they weren't going to charge for it. Just pop us right into the penthouse. Oh, that's our centrifuge? You see a small label stuck to the side of the device. The label reads, Rizzo's Laboratory Centrifuge. No training required. All Rizzo's laboratory equipment has been designed for use by the unschooled worker. Insert ingredients, push button, and watch it spin. Dexterity and perception. Peel back the label. You see another smaller label under that one. It reads, Discontinued Model, Spacer's Choice Proprietary Technology. Ooh. Too bad I'm not sciencey enough to calibrate it. The essence of Sprat smells vaguely like the Rest and Go on the Groundbreaker, or possibly the Cantina in Edgewater. It's difficult to place, but your eyes water all the same. Parasite eggs sink into the concoction, sizzling. You activate the centrifuge. Well, it worked. The device does its work without any additional input from you. A swirl of bright colors entertains your eyes, and a few moments later, you hear a bright chime. Ding!
Aha!
All right, Parvati. Come out with us for another one. She's barely gotten to stretch her legs much until this particular stream, really. Alright, so we're hijacking the system. How are we gonna spread this all over the facility? The pilot house just controls the direction we go, right? For some reason, the coloring of my ammunition was orange, even though it's supposed to be Rid-A-Life. It's supposed to be green like this. Not that I mind, but slight discrepancy. No resistance on the way. And it's just Slug that's descended into partial chaos. God damn, this gun looks so cool. No, here's...
Don't mess with us.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Greeting protocols suspended. All non-essential protocols suspended. Phaeton is standing by for larval compound dispersal.
What's your status?
Reactor stable. Compound dispersal may commence.
Loading it in. Disperse this.
Affirmative. Dispersing.
Let the stink awash the whole island.
Incoming message from Rizzo's distillation station.
What have you done? What in law's name have you done? You hijacked our atmosphere. Are you trying to kill us all? No. You're trying to kill my symbiotes. I'm not going to let you destroy everything I've built. I can still fix this. I can undo the damage you've done.
End of transmission.
He's quickly descending into he's descending further into his delusions. What a shame for him. Where's Helen? Was she still at the penthouse? Why isn't he ordering the Rizzo's guys to attack me? I'm interfering with his plans. I am interfering with the company. Why would he not make use of all the resources at his disposal? What? It would kind of make running back and forth between locations a bit more exciting if everyone was gunning for me, but, Also, I saw my reputation change. Rizzo's is off-put by my activities. No shit. Oh shit. Ah. Here we go. Is this it? We finishing this now? Receptionist Embry. Was it possible at all for me to come here before this, like, end stuff was happening? Because the fact that the receptionist had a name leads me to believe that maybe I could have come to the facility. Also, this is... I like all the colors. I like everything about this room. This is nice.
Check it!
That's the last of them.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, brown, and black. Ooh, what's that in there? Aw. Yeah, you know what? I don't feel like reading any of this. For once, I'm gonna skip all this extra reading. I love how colorful this place is. This is nice. I haven't really had any strong opinions about most of these places we've been to, but this is very visually appealing. Inspector Beard likes. I can't lockpick my way into there. What a shame. Right, here we go. You two ready?
Wait a second. They don't brew anything down here? It's just storage?
It would appear to be the case. Wait, no, look at these. This isn't storage. These are the distilleries themselves, yeah?
This place really could use a decent engineer.
That's why we brought you. Damn, I can't hack any of these. Don't walk in the purple. Ah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I am really starting to regret all the Spectrum vodka I've had over the years.
Well, that's actually the right way to go. Then what's down here, then? Stuff. Wow, they can dive into solid metal flooring and then...
Not gonna let no one
Ah.
in one piece.
Yeah, the slowdown stuff isn't really useful in here. I don't know why I was using that.
Me? I'm pleased. Waiting for this.
Yeah, the effectiveness of this weapon largely depends on my companions being alive. What's in here? Stop reloading when I don't actually want to.
Oh, that's a long fall. Don't look down, Cap.
Too late. One more elevator. I don't like that flashing symbol. I think that means the gun's breaking. Oh man. Damn, yeah, this thing fires too quickly and doesn't do a whole lot of damage. As much as I love the look and feel of that weapon, it's just... it's kind of inefficient for me to use.
Here they come!
Get off! Get off! There's a workbench around here. Repair. You can't modify science weapons. Boo. Engineering ticket. Everything seems to check out on this tank, but I'm not exactly sure if the liquid is leaking is supposed to be glowing or not. I have to send this up to corporate to see if we're working on bioluminescent spectrum flavor or something. Yeah, I guess I don't need the discrepancy amplifier anymore. It has served us well.
Hey, before we take down Ludovico and put an end to his plans, I just want to say, the real parasites were the corporations all along. All right, I'm ready.
I swear to God, I would remove you from this crew so fast. There he is.
Yes, I know you're hungry. Be patient. I'll feed you soon enough. Just a guest. The one I told you about. The inspector.
Oh good, he's talking to them.
Welcome. We were just talking about you.
There's someone behind you or something?
You and I are standing in the presence of royalty. Don't worry. You'll meet her soon enough. I know what you've done. Hijacked Phaeton. Contaminated the air we breathe with your poison. You think you've saved this colony. All you've done is robbed Halcyon of its last chance at real happiness. And you've angered my queen.
Am I the only one tired of listening to this guy?
I got tired of listening to this jackass when he called us on the ship.
Fair.
Not even a little.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to feed you to the queen, and then I'm going to find a way to repair the damage you've done. Don't be afraid. She can smell fear, and it makes her absolutely ravenous. Your Highness! Dinner is served.
Did he just slap her head?
Wait. No, not me. Damn! Merciful law! Stop!
Well, damn.
Heads up, boss!
Steam distribution console. Contact administration?
Mr. Ludovico? Mr. Ludovico, sir?
Ah, fuck.
Is there any chance you're still alive inside the Queen's digestive tract? Wait, no. That's his leg on the ground over there. Okay, well, this is interesting. Mr. Ludovico never signed my release, so I'm contractually obligated to stay by my post. Assistant Harwell, Confectioner and Munitions Department. How may I be of assistance?
Well, now that you mention it, I've got a giant ravenous slug beast trying to eat me.
Oh, yes, that'll happen. Negative emotions trigger the Queen's appetite. Mr. Ludovico must have been pretty terrified. Technically speaking, she is the broodmother of a species of vermiform parasites native to Eridanos. We've been using them as additives in Spectrum Ground.
Yes, I'm aware.
Mr. Ludovico installed some emergency defensive countermeasures in the event of an unplanned feeding episode. But I'll need his permission before I can activate those countermeasures.
I'm Inspector Beard. Ludovico hired me.
Oh, you're the inspector. I heard of you. If Mr. Ludovico hired you, then I guess you're part of the Rizos family, too. Emergency defense system activated. Thank you for minding the flames. Happy customers are repeat customers.
Thanks, Harwell.
Incoming!
machinery controls. Warning, steam pipe ventilation chambers are hazardous. Please maintain distance after activation.
Heads up!
Why aren't you guys shooting? Damn it, Felix, what are you doing down there? Yeah, just sit under the fire like that.
Everyone all right?
Bitchin'. Oh, Ludovico's bones. Administrator access card, administrator's finery. Gently used, digestive acid washed. Nova burst. Assault rifles already do a lot of damage. N-rays make them worse. This gun makes it much worse. Wait a minute, what's happening here? Why am I marked? Why are those guys marked? Oh, I see, we're leaving. That's it, we're done. Well, golly. You know, when I took on this case, I didn't think it'd end with me fighting a giant worm. Usually, when I get involved in something like this, I gotta fight at least 3 worms. This is less than I'm used to. That's just how it goes for Inspector Beard. You never quite know exactly how things are gonna happen. Wait a minute. If I could get in through this door, could I have gotten in behind him? That'd have been neat. Would he have reacted to me differently? Oh, look, it's Harwell.
You made it. I guess happy customers really are repeat customers. Here, I had something I wanted to give you. This is a golden ticket, good for 1 free tour of the Purpleberry Orchards. This is my way of showing you that I appreciate you just for being alive.
I thank you, Harwell. Thanks for the help.
Oh, you're very welcome. I do regret the untimely demise of our broodmother, but my passenger is flooding my brain with all sorts of happy feelings, so I don't mind all that much.
Passenger?
Oh, that's what I call the slug I've bonded with. It's gonna be a part of me until I pass through the gates of oblivion and my atoms scatter into the void.
Yeah, well, thanks, Harwell. And we're out. Been a hell of a week. Oh yeah, this is where I came in before, yeah. Get me out of here. You know what? Can't fast travel Omni hostiles. I don't feel like fighting any more of these things. I already fought the Broodmother. That's pretty much all I needed. Let's go chat people up on the way out. Hey, Ellen.
I must have dreamed up 100 different ways to kill Ludovico. I'll be honest, eaten alive by the Queen of the Brain Slugs wasn't on that list.
You sound disappointed?
Is that so strange? I imagined this moment would be a little more cathartic. But Belinda's still gone, and I don't feel all that different.
You know what you need? A nice cold bottle of Spectrum Brown.
Hilarious, Captain. You must be very popular with your crew.
I am.
I can't go back to the way things were. I can't return to my old life because it was never my life to begin with. It was shared. Never mind, you don't need to listen to this. Thank you again for your help, Captain. I never would have made it this far without you.
No, I'm not inspiring or determined enough to cheer her up. Goodbye.
You've done us a great service here, Inspector. You have my gratitude.
That's it. Huh? Let's get out of here. Oh, wait a minute. The end of the bridge elevator's already here. So I guess all that's left is to go to Tartarus. I don't know how much of the game is after that, but given how the game reacted when I got to that point, it seems like that's gonna trigger some, like, end of the game proper stuff. Hey, Ada.
Welcome back, Captain. Or shall I call you Inspector? What can I do for you?
I'm not the inspector anymore. I finished the Eridanos job.
During your absence, I passed the time by simulating a number of hypothetical conclusions to this case. Unfortunately, my understanding of the facts is limited, and my appraisal of the individuals involved is not flattering. Therefore, my conclusions are inaccurate.
Aw, Ada, it sounds like you missed me. Actually, hold on. No, I want to hear this. Alright, humor me. Who do you think killed Halcyon Helen?
My simulations have yielded several possible causes of death. Halcyon Helen may have been killed by one or all of the following: asphyxiating on Rizzo's Spectrum Brown, grappling with a primal while inebriated, killed by an overzealous fan, death by automechanical, or profound loneliness.
You got it!
How close were my estimations?
Closer than you think. Actually, one of them was exactly the right answer.
Excellent. I'm pleased to discover my ability to predict human behavior is accurate. This information is valuable to me. I will update my behavior simulation protocol accordingly. Thank you, Captain.
No problem.
How can I be of assistance?
Nothing at the moment.
I'll be here.
I don't suppose any of my companions have anything to say about the matter? Are none of them on the ship yet? Well, there's...
So I was watching this serial the other night, yeah? You know that slick-looking spacer from All My Colonists? They got her playing the Queen of the Marauders.
Oh gosh, I wish you'd waited for me. I wanted to see that too. You know, I think I've had enough of Eridanos for one lifetime. I'm starting to miss our ship.
We're on our ship. Glad I could take you to see Eridanos. How does it feel?
Breathtaking. Have you looked over the edge of the complex yet? Just watch the clouds turning? It's like an ocean without end.
I never really spoke to them at all during the investigation. Like, I tried to when we were at the penthouse, but they just had little lines to say to me. I never could actually engage them in proper dialogue. Really is something.
Eridanos and Olympus are the two biggest planets in Halcyon. King and Queen of the Sky. Looking out to the horizon, I get this feeling that we're in the company of royalty. Eridanos is 100 times the mass of Terra 2, 800 times the volume, 10 times the diameter. We're flying through the tiniest layer of habitable atmosphere. Sometimes I can't believe how small my world used to be. My horizons were about as wide as the walls of Edgewater.
And now look at you, on top of the world.
Yeah. We've come a long way. Yeah? I mean, what do you need? Captain? Mr. Sir?
Please, call me Inspector. Notice you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
How did this option come up? How's that possible?
She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception.
You got along well with your dad. You might not have with your mother.
Could be. Reckon I'll never know.
Interesting thing to suddenly be available to talk about, but alright.
After all that, I have one regret, Captain. We didn't have time to grab the head of that slug queen. What are we, amateurs?
I mean, the body kinda disappeared? I think it got incinerated. We kicked its ass, like professionals.
Damn right. I just like having something to remember the ass-kicking by. Ah, well. What's up?
I'm sure you got all manner hunting stories. Tell me one.
I took a job once to clear out a rat nest. Partnered up with a fellow out of Fallbrook who called himself Dirty Don. Bit on the shorter side. Had a penchant for cards. Thing is, he introduces himself and the man is immaculate. Clean. He had a flowery presence to him. A pleasantness that didn't invade your space. He was just there and you were glad for it.
Sounds like somebody I know by the same name. A clean man on Monarch? I'll believe it when I see it.
I wouldn't believe it myself had I not met the man. But when we got to the nest, I found out firsthand. Dirty Don killed those raptidons with his bare hands. His bare fucking hands, Captain. He was a whirlwind of grotesque primal fury. In the end, he stood drenched in blood over the entrails of a dozen raps. If he had a scratch on him, I wouldn't have been able to tell. It was glorious.
Damn. I'd have loved to see... I'd have loved to have been there.
Yeah. I never seen anything like it. Day came when he tried to take on a mana queen. Got himself eaten one limb at a time. Wonder if he tasted like soap. Oh well, live and learn. No matter how tough you are, if you're gonna fight something bigger than you, bring a firearm.
Wise.
I'd rest easier with that big slug being dead if it hadn't made so many little slugs. Let's get out of this place, Captain.
I'm with you there.
Something on your mind?
Nothing new with her.
I can't believe we took down that slug parasite queen thing. Okay, I don't know what it was, but I really hope there were cameras.
That would be pretty good. Vicar?
I'm a firm believer in the sanctity of life and the right of all creatures to exist. But I must say, I'm glad we killed that parasite queen. She was quite disgusting.
True.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Am I missing anybody? Nah, I got it. What? I doubt Sam's got anything to say.
Battery levels are fully charged.
Yeah, nah, Sam's never got anything interesting to say. Well, shoot. That's it for Eridanos. I spent an hour and a half screwing over all the facts, and really it was just so simple. I didn't need to do that. I could have just said, boom, this is it. But yeah, that wouldn't have been as fun. Suppose I may as well call it a bit early. I've been doing shorter streams lately ever since I did, Pretty slick. No, this is the gear with the good stuff. Yeah. Considering the only thing left on the thing to do is to go to Tartarus and pick up old Doc, the old Doc man, Professor... Shit, it's been a while. What's his name? How long were we on that case? I hope he's still alright. Suppose we'll save that for next time. Since I don't know how much... I don't fully know how long the end game is, you know? Like, after Tartarus, there's... Because, hang on. Gorgon, Scylla, Tartarus, Typhon, Hephaestus. There's still 2 other planets that we have not had access to yet. So Tartarus can't... The game presents it like this is like, you better save, otherwise you won't be able to do other things. And it's like, okay, well, there's still 2 other planets. Yeah, nah, we'll wait until we've got a full stream ahead of us. Still, that was fun. I like that. I like that DLC. In fact, I'd say I like both of them. It ended about the way I expected. I suppose when I think of something where you're doing an investigation and you're like solving a murder, like you put something like that in this kind of game, there's really only one way it's gonna end, and it's gonna end with a massive shootout through a big, like, distillery complex and fighting a giant, like, slug monster. It's not gonna end with you, like, busting into the perpetrator's room and, you know, slapping cuffs on him. Nah. It was fun. It was fun. Alright then. I suppose that's it for now. A shorter stream, but heck, like I said, they don't all need to... Just because I like to go for about 4 hours doesn't mean I always have to. So, I'm gonna take off and go get myself a snack. Inspector Beard demands food. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you next time. Have a good one.